grew up in San Francisco in that my dad was stationed at the Presidio when I was a baby. And so my first year on this earth was in San Francisco. So there's all these pictures of me at the Golden Gate Bridge and in the Japanese Tea Garden and at the Palace of the Legion of Honor and the Palace of Fine Arts. I have no memory of any of this.
Sure, of course not.
But they say, somebody says that you feel the most comfortable in the place where you learn to walk. I don't know whose theory that is, but when I moved back to San Francisco later, I certainly felt very much at ease almost instantly. And it was a dream to me. I never thought I would live in San Francisco. I grew up in Virginia. I mean, San Francisco was like, you just saw it in the Rice-A-Roni ads, right? And so first of all, I never thought I'd live in San Francisco, and I certainly never thought I would be a real estate agent, nor did I understand what a privilege it would be to sell real estate in San Francisco. I mean, not only is it a privilege, but what a high level job and lucrative. I mean, so that's a long way of asking. That's how I got into real estate, because I was um, laid off from the job I had in public relations. And my boyfriend said, if you're going to be miserable, you may as well try and make some money. Why don't you get your real estate license? And that's how I kind of backed into it. I would love to hear how you got into real estate.
Sure. Well, absolutely. I have a fun story, actually. So as I mentioned earlier, I was running a sales company, traveling all over the country, opening up offices. It was a direct sales company. It was very good old boys kind of Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross kind of
Oh,
situation. And I had recently come out. I was way up in the ladder, so people couldn't be outwardly uh, discriminatory to me, and I was well liked, but it was still not a comfortable situation. And my partner at the time and I decided to buy a place. So we found a condominium in DuBose Triangle, and our realtor was a gentleman by the name of Rick Rock, who you know well, I'm sure.
I
He's been in
do.
the business
Yeah.
for years. His partner, his life partner, his husband, was my boyfriend's mentor. They were both attorneys. And so we had, not only was he helping us find a home, but we'd been to their house for dinner and gotten to know them well. And in the course of buying our place, Rick said, I need somebody to come work with me. And by the way, I work at an office on Castro Street, right? Our office is on Castro. I mean, I knew that because I'd been to his office. So I thought, this sounds amazing to me. I love architecture. I love history. I love interior design. I love art. I love people. I'm great at sales. And it's on Castro Street. This is a win-win. Sign me up. So I talked to my boyfriend at the time. He said, "Do it. We'll float things for a while because obviously in the early days you don't make a lot of money." And I left that sales job after being in the company for almost 9 years and went to work for Rick. The funny story is that the listing agent of that condominium was Bernie Katzman, my now business partner. So small world. That's how I got into real estate and how I ended up on Castro Street. And I've never looked back. And like you, I think it is an amazing privilege. I always dreamed of living in San Francisco. Even before I really had come to terms with being gay, I just knew it was the place I wanted to be. The architecture, the history, that we would come over and go to, concerts in the park and, smoke dope and do the things that teenagers do. And I just thought it was Shangri-La. I thought it was amazing.
Right.
So the idea that I would somehow then make an amazing living and a career out of investing in this city that I love so much and that was so appealing to me is you're right. I actually haven't thought about that, Cynthia,
Mhm.
in quite some time, but it's a huge gift. huge gift to be able to be here